Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chuck Coleman, otherwise known as the King of Steam. Some of the things that we do are a little bit different, I guess, from your average entrepreneur when it comes to the photography world. We rely heavily on the ability to create wow and attract people to us. Whereas you will find, just like within myself, I used to try to actually create an image that would wow people. What, in the 35 years that I've been in the business, that used to work, it does not work as well any longer. What it will attract is it will attract individuals that will come to you wanting you to give them one of those images, but it's very difficult to find people who are going to actually want to pay or compensate you for that, because the industry is so overwhelmed and so oversaturated with individuals that are doing it for free. So you have this huge network of individuals who are actually trying to do good in the industry. You have individuals that really have not created a business that generates money into the business, giving advice to others. So you have all this advice running around that, doesn't talk a lot about money. For example, I was in a group the other day, and it's a professional retoucher group. And these guys are just brutal. They get on my image, they say that, what the hell are you doing with the skin? You'll never get, anywhere in the industry. Then you take a look at their portfolio and you will find that they're doing nothing either. So I'm not going to digress and talk about the negative things in the industry. I'm going to talk about the positive things. I just had to get that out of the way. Good housekeeping, I believe. So what I'm going to talk about now is a project that we have coming up in Utah. And here is what this project is. This project is based on years of us out there within the industry putting our work in front of people that we feel that can influence the trajectory of our business and where we're going.
We are privileged to have a platform where we can stand and showcase people, and we don't want to do it in a superficial way. We want to bring other things into it than just fashion. So that's what we do, and we have a lot of great stuff planned for September, where I think we're going to be touching upon some pretty serious issues having to do with an epidemic that's going on right now, but I don't want to give it all away.
Right.
We have a show coming up in September in New York, and it's just going to be super fun. And we mix things together that's a little bit different than other fashion shows during Fashion Week. We do shows and have performers, and usually have a call to action and a message.
What do you think, and what do you get out of the steampunk? The dress and the modeling and how does that empower you?
So that's a very interesting question, because I've never really had a relationship to what steampunk was. Interestingly enough, my daughter dressed up as a steampunker about a year ago, and I was like, what exactly is that? Is it half machine? Does it have this? And she sort of had to explain it to me, because I always remember the look, but I did not understand exactly, was it mechanical? Was it not? Was it like, a locomotive chauffeur? What exactly was it? So I think it's a little bit different, because when Chuck shoots, there is he looks deeper into you. So even though it's very interesting, because even though he adds things to the image when it's done, he's almost taking layers away from your sort of your guardedness. So it's almost like he sees through you, and he's able to pop that out with that extra layer of how he shoots and how he accentuates the photo. So that's been really interesting to see. And like the first shot I did with Chuck was 3 minutes. It was literally, we had done a show and it was like, hey, go shoot this. And I'm like, what? Wait, I'm still organizing and I'm still, taking things off, and okay, fine. So I went up, and it was like 3 minutes of like this light in my face, and click, 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 and 3 photographers. I didn't even know who Chuck was, and there's like 5 photographers shooting, and I was like, okay. And then I leave, and one of the best shots I think of me ever came out of that photo shoot. So, but it was because he got me. He got that whole thing that in terms of the journey. This show that we have, and the concept is very circus, and it's very theater, and it's very different. And so he got that totally from just having met me that one day. Right. I did have a whip though, so okay, there you go.
Very steampunk.
Yeah. So I don't have a.
This was about 2 years ago. Now they have called us up and they're asking us to do reruns of that, and we have agreed, but with the stipulation of now we get more airtime. So what this means is we can get on this television station and we can now create more content. For example, at the 6 o'clock hour for us, if we want to do a half-hour show, we can do it a half hour every week on the dot, on a Wednesday if we would like, or a Friday. But we also have 5 o'clock, where if we have a designer, a company that really wants to get to 400,000 people, we can take the 4 o'clock hour for them. They can create their show. We have this access. To me, if I do the math, what that means is that an individual has the opportunity to put their information on television. So here's what I've done. I've put together, I've used my political clout, my artistic clout, to draw these people in from around the world. I've paid for, I've set up, I've invested my money, my experience, my time. I put all this together myself. I've invested in me. The average person who tries to contact me is also looking for me to invest in them. That is something that I vigorously push back against, because that tells me if an individual is not willing to invest in themselves, I think it's probably going to be a bad investment for me to invest in them as well, because they're not even believing in themselves. That's what everyone else sees from the outside, but I'm sure that individual actually believes that they're worth what they're asking for. That's okay, but that's not a discussion that I need to have with them. What we're looking for in this venture is individuals who believe in themselves, individuals who have a product, a story that they think that other people in the world will actually love to hear. We have the opportunity for them to invest in themselves, come out to us, contribute, and help me help you by paying your own way, paying for hair and makeup that you're going to be able to use anyway. Don't have someone else always invest in you. Put a little sweat equity in it yourself. So this event in Utah is us, pushing around our political clout to bring designers from New York, photographers from New York, designers, models from Germany to this location. We're going to film. This film is going to be a commercial for, if everything works out okay, Malena Belafonte, who is Harry Belafonte's daughter-in-law. She's participating in this. She has a fashion show that is way up there on the scale during, the spring and fall fashion week in New York. And she's putting a hand in this. How much, I don't know, but I'll take anything that she'll give me. And look those names up. Very legitimate names. Your grandmother, the grandmother in the grave even knows who Harry Belafonte is. Very well known. If you're young and a millennial, if you never watched Beetlejuice, that's the song that everyone sang at the table with Mr. Banana, or whatever the name of that song is, Banana Boat. So with that said, we have a project, and it's probably going to be more interesting to photographers who want to come in and be around this worldwide collaboration to take your network and take it across, 4,500 miles back to Germany and Europe. For the mother who's supporting her child you know, because there has to be some financing behind the modeling world. I don't have deep enough pockets to finance everyone. So the mom who's investing in her child, or a husband who's investing in his wife or daughter, this is the perfect opportunity for you guys to come to us, and we can pretty much guarantee magazine coverage. We can guarantee television. Television will be public access. It will be Pittsburgh, 150,000, 30 to about 52, 55. Charlotte, North Carolina, it's going to be 250 to 300,000 individuals in that network. That's a network of individuals that are outside of the social media world that we like to see. So what this does, if we can create a actual series of events to where we explain what we do, we talk about our leggings, we talk about our addiction issues, which have a lot of eyeballs on us anyway. All of this is coming together in Utah, June 15th through June 23rd. We'll be filming. We will have models. We will have a film crew there. And it is a perfect situation for an individual like yourself to participate in something that you've been spending money on for the last 2, 3, 4, 5 months or years, and trying to get yourself to a position to get in a magazine. We're already there. You're trying to get on television. We're already there. So you're already spending money to get to that position. Bring a little bit to us so we can help you. Go to www.leggingraps.com. That's LEGGINGWRAPS.com, and sign up today. And these are all the details that I feel that you need. Reach out to Vilma Biliene, the Lithuanian model, Lithuanian_model on Instagram, and follow her. And thanks a lot, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll talk to you later. Sayonara.
Steampunk Chuck on Instagram, Chuck Coleman on Facebook, and we will put more details today on how you can finance yourself with these packages. It will be on leggingraps.com later on today.